Let's take a look at this layer structure in Figma. Everything nice and neat, a place for everything and everything in its place. But guess what? This type of hyper-organization can actually get in the way of you being your most creative self. That's why today we're going to talk about the perks of organization and also about how our minds come up with cool ideas. Let's talk about two different tools. On the one hand, we have Notion, and on the other, Freeform. Both of these tools are used for education. But experts have noticed a curious thing. While Notion might actually lead to us forgetting some of our cool ideas, Freeform or FigJam allows us to jot things down without using too much organization, without putting them into folders. It's sort of like a mind map where you can put down every idea you think of. I mean, think about it. Doesn't this sound more like how our brains actually work? Our brains don't follow a strict path or structure. We use all sorts of unexpected ways to come up with our best and coolest ideas. There's this part of our brain called the prefrontal cortex. This is the part responsible for slower, more careful thinking. But we also have the limbic system. And the limbic system helps with our fast, breakthrough ideas. In the book Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, he talks about these two parts a lot. When we set up a system, it can shape the way we think and make decisions. All those cool breakthrough ideas, that's all the limbic system. That's why when you start a new design project, it's better to not start with a design system or a color palette. Even mood boards can get in the way at the beginning of the process. That's why my tip for designers is this. Start out with a brainstorm on a blank page. Try everything, even the wackiest ideas you have. Throw out the rule book and just start sketching. This is the most important at the beginning phase. That's how you come up with the really unique and breakthrough ideas. And of course, that's not to say that palettes or references aren't important. They are, but not at the very beginning. But there is a catch. The bigger your project becomes, the more you're going to need some organization. It's like we always say in our studio. Always think about how costly your mistake could be to the project. So if at the beginning you don't think about grouping or naming layers, that's all good and it gives you a sense of freedom. But if you have a natural class of elements, like buttons, you might want to go ahead and group them or name them because it might help you move them around later on in the project. The idea is this. Organization should be something that helps you smooth out your process, that gives you freedom, and doesn't overcomplicate the process. The idea is that organization should help you in your project and should smooth it out for you and shouldn't make it more difficult. That's why there's no pre-made, perfect, one-of-a-kind design system for your project. There's only the one that will help you the most and will make your process the easiest. Because every design project is one of a kind. Let the project grow naturally and let the structure grow out of your project. Help it grow. But your creativity in your project should define the structure and not the other way around. Another super important skill for designers is learning to be reflexive. This means learning to realize when you're being creative and pushing boundaries, or when you're just following a set pattern. This is such an important skill for us because designers don't just work in creativity. Designers work at the crossroads of creativity and practicality, and knowing when to switch gears can help us continue to do the amazing work that we do. Take Corbusier's concept of machines for living. This is a perfect example of how a groundbreaking new idea can change the way we look at design. In fact, paying attention to such breakthroughs in design can show us how creative thinking and creative ideas in design can change the world as we know it.